To many outsiders, Glasgow is seen as a hard-scrabble, even fearsome place. A place that history has moved on from. But there is definitely a sense here that something different is around the corner.
All the converts in Scottish, million people would decide whether Scotland should stay in the UK or become an independent country.
But in the end, 55% of Scots voted to stay in the Union. That left almost half the population still hungry for independence. And with 73.5% of teenagers voting yes, England had its endings very much in a bunch over the possibility of an unraveling of the Union with Scotland. It's an idea that is overwhelmingly popular in this city above all others.
I told you that different outlook. New generation are still do the pride of differently.
Why does the possibility of independence have such a powerful hold on Glasgow? The past. Glasgow has long endured, among other things, a reputation for being the most violent area in the UK. It's a familiar sight, analogous in many ways to what we see elsewhere. Hard times, disappearing manufacturing base, unemployment, the general sense of apathy that the government can't or won't fix what's broken. That in the corridors of power in London and Edinburgh, they just don't give a shit about Glasgow. Especially Glasgow's east side. Like a lot of cities, like most cities in fact, Glasgow is divided. The River Clyde divides the north and south sides with the big
Yon_funny drawings. Hello, hello. Thank you for
the
liking.
west, things are expected to be, well, nice. Nice cars, nice families, all the nice stuff that affluence supposedly brings. East side, that's where you grow up hard, where things are rougher, where you've got, according to popular legend, to fight to live every day.
In Scotland, if you're a young boy in Scotland and you're 9 or 10 and you're coming home from school and a big guy beats you up, you run home to your mum crying, you know what she'll do? She'll give you a cup and she'll tell you to get back home again. Don't let anybody ever beat you. And if you need to get a stick, get a stick. You need a bit, don't. That's what we do. And it makes us dangerous enemies, or resourceful enemies, but it also makes us very loyal allies.
Detective John Carnation, 38 years on the job, much of it as murder police on the east side. He's seen it all. Confronted with violent hooliganism, the traditional approach...
ST4Tube, how to make smooth skin tone. Do the layering process. Like what I'm doing here, I started with a base tone of a light pencil. Now I'm layering another darker pencil, which is the B. So I have to make sure that my pencil is always sharp, and then I layer very gently, light pressure, and try to make to keep it a little bit slower. I mean the layering, so the skin tone will be nice and smooth. And then I will use blenders, brushes to blend this.
Spicy tomato gravy served with traditional Scottish non-bread. I did Glasgow traditionally in tough town. I always think because it was like warm, welcoming place. It's always been one of my favorite places in this part of the world to visit. So do you think that this reputation is deserved, or is this a...
No, I mean, in terms of level of miles, to the heights of the price, that's good. But statistically, if you don't live or come from Glasgow, your chances of being a victim of a violent attack in Glasgow, it's something like 0.000.
I've never, ever felt that I've done a fair amount of stupid behavior, a fair amount of drinking, a fair amount of putting myself in the sort of situations that they advise visitors how to do. I've never ever felt uncomfortable here.
Uday, Uday
I
G.
could be wrong in that.
Hello, Uday G. It's T, what's that? It's T for tube. Can you help me to draw realistic portraits? I have some tutorials. Depends on what kind of portraits you want to do and what kind of pencils you want to use.
You could venture a guess that it's the cold, damp, and often dreary weather that causes the heart to yearn for spicy food from hotter climates. But it's more likely it began with the trade routes established by the East India Company in the 17th century, the returning sailors. And that whole takeover India thing. All I can say is pass the Rogan Josh. So, how do you really start this? I mean, traditionally, we just think the police made out the cracks of skulls, throw some people in jail, and problem solved. Yeah. A good number of Americans probably still believe that, or you're very some people visit to suggest otherwise would be seen as a colleague for us.
Absolutely, and it was the same here. We're only kind of blind about the difference in countries. We're starting to think about the entire different violence as a public health issue. We all have constitutional violence. People learn how not to do that. And that's why early years is important, because things that happen then will affect the whole life course about how they make decisions about themselves and how they judge risk. No matter how good the police service is, it will just contain the most important. It won't make it better.
First of all, it's not like what I'd expect to hear from someone who spent 38 years with murder police, presumably busting heads and arresting people. That we should help these little bastards.
Yeah,
That we should feel like they're worth something. I get it. I believe it. Absolutely. But everything you say is no way to live for opposite my God.
you should. I mean, if you say that this is going to take a generation, they go, politicians don't have a generation. It's going to be the next prediction.
I'm worried about the newscast on the day.
Headlines, yeah, absolutely. The truth is, we don't have that here. We don't search it. We'll put more on a joke.
Right here. Well, let's face it. This is one of the most awesome cities. Anyway.
People. That sounds right. Individuals have to get together and say, look, this is shit, we can't keep doing this. Let's try something different.
Look, I don't want to give you the impression that Glasgow is an impoverished wasteland filled with violent hooligans and gang members. An impression shared by many candy-ass Europeans, for sure, and a reputation that many Glaswegians are only too happy to perpetuate. Let's face it, Detroit or New Orleans, most American cities make this town look like Club Med by comparison. Glasgow remains the region's no bullshit zone. What I find most endearing in this town is that if you're a native, you're probably an expert at taking the piss. A high-level style of ball busting and approaches an art form around here. No one excels more at deflating the pompous, making fun of self-importance, turning you the darkest tragedy in a comedy than the Glaswegian. If you could understand the accent. This can be a challenge, particularly after a few pints of heavy or a couple of bottles of Buckfast. A lot of the times the reputation's a hard-drinking, cheap-biscuit town.
Yeah.
I always found it famous, funny, very funny.
We are very dark humor. You see in America, my father's died. People immediately are so sympathetic. In Glasgow, if you say, my father's died, Glaswegians say, what size was his shoes? We have that.
Janie Godley grew up in the East End, married into an organized crime dynasty, worked as a bartender, became a very famous playwright, author, and stand-up comedian. I thought I'd meet her here at Rogano's, a very old school institution. Janie's working some goat cheese thing with figs. For me, Scottish oysters are an irresistible impulse. They are magnificent, by the way.
What a lot of people abroad don't understand is the women are the backbone of many of the communities because the men were always drunk and working in the shipyards and dying young. And that still exists today. The age expectancy is still 55. In Fallujah, Iraq, it's 65.
Wow. It's a pretty extraordinary thing.
Yeah, I know. There's still a lot of crime, there's still drugs, there's still a lot of alcohol problems. But I think the fact that we are a bit shit helps us. Because we had the Commonwealth Games here, and I love that everybody tried not to shout on the street and swear and sell stolen goods in public. I love that they all had this covert operation of, let's be nice for a week. I love that.
Main course, Janie goes for the pan-fried grill. But me, I can't pass on Ocean Liner Continental Classic from days gone by, like the fabulously unfashionable Tyrannosaurus Rex of seafood dishes, lobster thermal. Without irony, the lobster is Scottish, as is the cheese, the eggs, everything really.
Well, do you have anything to say on the Glaswegian diet?
The diet,
I mean,
it's
the
really
story
interesting.
is that the health-wise, as far as the heart problems, right time for all-time worst.
Peter Petrelli. Wow, this is amazing. Great talent. Thank you so much. Peter Petrelli. Angelina Jolie. Yes, it is.
Butter beans, potatoes, then we would have liver and onions and potatoes and cabbage and peas. And then somewhere from the mid-70s onwards, it just became crap. And now you've got a generation of women who don't know how to make hot soup. To be a real Glaswegian housewife, you have to be able to make a hot soup. I can't make soup. The joke has a family I'm good at sex takes 5 minutes. Soup can take days and it smells shit. My husband never asked for soup. So that works out.
There's a terrific music scene in Glasgow. The pubs are among the finest anywhere. They say Glaswegians have more fun at a funeral than people in Edinburgh.
Bagavanti Tusam. Beautiful drawing. Thank you.
A fair amount of knuckle-headed behaviors. If you're looking for a beer and a meeting, Glasgow will happily provide. The toughness there is no joke. If you've ever tried to choke a small Glaswegian into unconsciousness, as I have, well, I'm sorry, let me tell you, it's like wrestling with an angry firefly. It's nearly impossible. Also, it hurts. Access to guns is extremely difficult here. So Scottish hoodlums unable to dispatch their
Bagavanti Tusam. Beautiful drawing. What's your name? BMD. I want to be known as
to
BMD.
do its main in killing the whole country way, one person at a time.
Because in this video, all of this stuff you found that you really will.
Where knife violence is an affliction, there must be a cure. Meet Mark Davies. He began his career working as a bouncer in some of the East Side's toughest drinking establishments, where he had plenty of opportunities to hone his skills. Now he runs Tactical Edge, teaching close combat and knife defense to UK special operators and security companies. But coming in with a knife, the overwhelming likelihood is that it will soon be hanging out of your ass.
Generally, these courses come at me with a knife, and I got exactly like it. It's Friday the 13th. And pretty much literally outside of Friday the 13th, in my experience, is ever coming at you. If someone does come, they're rushing at you and with multiple You tend to get a manic frenzy of multiple jabbing or slashing movements.
Yes. Your attacker has been affected by it. In such a state, the forebrain will start to shut down. Yeah. So no longer will it capable of problem to flow. So you tend to get these repeated runs of attack. And if they're going for the stomach, it tends to be the sewing machine in action.
Is your first order of business deflecting or getting their knife away from them?
I'm either going to gain control of the weapon or go to a return and blade technique where I gain control of the weapon and return to send. Shall we? Okay. The thing about knife defense is there's no magic bullet. Any technique can fail, any technique can go wrong. If there's multiple of these, it can get a bit difficult as well.
Yeah. So, right.
So, if we've got the knife held up close, okay?
Yeah.
So with that pull hit, now I'm going to force this thing back into your stem repeatedly. What we call the whip hit.
Right.
Yeah? Okay? So you know, 2 hands on, kick first, back and forth, right, charge. That's it, charge. So, ATM login. Okay. I'm going to pin your hand to me so I own the weapon. And I'm going to slap backwards into the groin. So the hit come up, grab. Yep. Now I'm going to introduce point A. Go point B. Now, when I do that a few times, it's like taking a big potato out of the microwave. It's going to be really hot. You're going to let go. So bang, 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 bang. Goes a little bit more close in and surreptitious and everybody doesn't see it. Yeah? So if you look at the weapon, you shoot it nearly the bone. It's straight on it. Return to center.
That was an education at home. You enjoy that.
Last night in Glasgow, and enough with the deeper issues. Now, I want to go no deeper than the bottom of a bubbling cauldron of politics. It's out there. It's calling for me. I want it now. A happy place from my past. For once, I frolicked young and carefree in the field of fine-related arts. The University Cafe, where I learned of the fruit masters, the Tao of hot fat and crispy batter. Yes, they do a deep-fried Mars bar here, and deep-fried pizza. Been there, done that. The Carlo here is the brother in keeping the Borecchia family tradition alive since 1918. It ain't about no Mars bar.
I'm tempted to just go completely nuts for all of the things that I like. Like pie, beans, and chips. I don't even know what kind of pie that I wanted. Macaroni and cheese is tempting. I got some doing. Couldn't resist that. Cheese, I don't even know what that is, but I kind of want it. And sausage roll. I do like a good sausage.
I ordered the fish and chips with some haggis. Haddock, battered and floating, adrift in a sea of mysterious, life-giving oil. The accumulated flavors of many magical things as it bobs like Noah's Ark, bringing life with all its infinite variety. Deep-fried haggis, my personal favorite. Sinister sheep parts, in tube form in this case. And if you don't like chopped up liver and lungs and all that good stuff, believe me, the curry sauce sets you up. The combination of french fries or chips in the local dialect with curry sauce and with cheese is perhaps a blow too far. Guy Fieri in a kilt. But what the hell?
Pretty sure God is against this.
Billiam. I thought that was a real person for a second, no lie. Wow, I'm glad about that because yeah, I'm trying to make it as realistic as I can.
Oh, yeah, clean it. That's really nice great pleasures. Don't let them tell you otherwise. You don't lie about you. It's your hands. There's no more unfairly reliable food than currency. So it's ingredients and in fact, no more unusual or bizarre or unappetizing than any macaroni you ever ate. You know, 3 angry lions or a chicken noodle. I don't know. I'm not suggesting there are 8 lions in a chicken noodle. Would you be surprised if there were? We'll get to the bottom of this. Back to you, Wolf.
Heading north out of Glasgow, Scotland quickly becomes something else. The savagely beautiful, harsh, but absolutely mesmerizing landscape that seems to have changed not at all for thousands, even millions of years. And across Loch Marie, accessible only by boat, one of the great isolated estates, Larrieux. It's the favorite retreat of my friend, Adrian Gill. More widely known as A.A. Gill, he's the much feared and widely followed restaurant critic for the London Sunday Times. A regular columnist for a spectrum of magazines, author, traveler, and one of the finest essayists of our time. Larrieux, as it stands today, was built as a shooting lodge. Deer stalking like they do here is something from another era. But it persists in places like this, which both protect and cull deer populations. If you are, like us, of course, 2 murderous aristocrats looking to put some venison on the table, you need help.
K-Art, amazing.
Like Larrieux come with a stock.
Thank you, K-Art.
Stephen
Most
Miller is
damn, she looks like my classmate. Do I have permission to send it to her? Of course.
like us, the arduous and delicate task of sneaking up on. We would, as gentlemen of leisure, require a cook, and Adrian has recommended the supremely well-suited Fiona Culinary, who excels at this kind of Scottish traditional game cookery. For dinner, it's grouse, shot, then hung until the already funky game bird gets pleasingly ripe. The birds are rubbed inside and out with salt and pepper, some fresh thyme jammed in the cavity, browned in the pan, plenty of butter to baste with. In traditional game bird cookery of the British Isles, red sauce is a must. We don't do this in America, but here, it's essential. Basically, it's milk, simmered with flavoring agent like lemon piquet, nutmeg, and bay leaf, then thickened with raspings of bread. Grouse larded with bacon, then roasted in the oven. Nicely rare to medium rare, they're removed to rest, and the pan deglazed with red wine, game stock is added, and the sauce reduced. Topped with watercress, alongside some parsnips and beetroot.
So explain what we're eating, because this is as classic as it gets, right?
And this is specifically Scottish. This is a grouse, which is the only truly wild game bird in Britain. They're the most highly prized sporting birds, they're the most difficult to shoot, but more importantly, they're the most violent food.
We have this red sauce thing. What is that?
Red sauce, which is you really have to grow up as it's a soft. It's a very old dish, but it goes very well with the grouse are thick. They're a very gamey meat. It's a very grown-up taste that is slightly repellent, but within that, it is particularly alluring.
Right.
But it's something also sexual about it that people don't talk about.
Right. So good.
I went to a vegetarian school. My parents sent me to a vegetarian boarding school. And so for 9 years, the year after that, I was a vegetarian.
9 years as a vegetarian? That's unbelievable.
And then I decided not to. I made the decision that I was going to eat meat again, that I had to be prepared to do the whole business again.
You gotta be
All of it. All of it. So I started getting fish, put the guts in and rubbing them, and then vinegar, and then in the end it becomes a good come on, you want to eat it, come and kill it. And you go, well then I have to do it. Well, and when I started doing it, because I can eat it. And that's the thing with being on the hook.
Dollar Arts. Hello, Dollar Arts.
Until the 19th century, the Scottish Highlands was seen by many as a mysterious, hostile, and dangerous land. Populated, when populated at all, by scary-ass barbarians, descendants of the terrifying Picts, tribes so ferocious, so extravagant in their violence and toughness, that even the Roman legions decided not to mess with them, and instead built a wall, hoping to just keep them out and away from civilized society. Later, hunting estates like this were home to tenant farmers who scratched out a living growing oats and potatoes. Owned by landed gentry, by various royals, the Highland clans Mackenzie, MacDonald, and MacLeod, to name a few, later by newer, fabulously wealthy farmers. Today, around half the land in Scotland is owned by fewer than 500 people. It's an anachronism, dismaying to some, I grant you, but seductive as well. Because who wouldn't do this if they could? Enjoy this kind of rugged solitude from the comfort of a warm, inviting 17th century lodge. Warm one's legs by the fire, play a little snooker, enjoy a fine single malt or two, a substantial game meal, maybe another whiskey perhaps. Contemplate the mysteries of the universe under a starry sky. Then to sleep into the arms of Morpheus, to rise in the morning as bringer of death. Stephen and Adrian keep calling it the hill, but that ain't no hill I ever seen. It's a behemoth, an endless range of behemoths. One mountain giving way to another, giving way to another mountain, then more, then more. There might be a hill somewhere in there, but it's probably between mountains after a 5-mile uphill walk. And though I am, to be modest, in the best shape of my life of late, it's a daunting hike. The climb gradual, then steep. The footing ranging from rocky to spongy and wet. Mile after mile. Me trying to look cool, make it seem like this is nothing unusual. But really, I'm dying. We walk the Highlands for hours. Our stalker Stephen finally identifies a red stag of suitable age and size, one ready, in the parlance, to be taken off the hook. Getting in range without scaring him off, however, is another challenge. We need to circle around the mountain to close the distance.
at the end.
MTH PRST. I don't understand the message, but hello, thank you. Y2 sir, is this Angelina? Yes, it is. Soha, this is so this is in charcoal, all graphite. Yeah, it is graphite pencil. Laura, puedes hablar? I don't understand. I only understand English and Filipino. Roldan Rage. Ano po mangyayari sa papel if you pause your whip 4 days? Magiging smooth po. Wala naman. Basta nakasecure naman. Wala namang pagbabago.
That's a nice temple.
Is that good?
We're going to get better. You want to use your life?
Yeah.
For choosing your first red stag in Scotland, you'll get blood. It's mustard with purple eyes.
Oh, okay.
The rule is you have to leave it on
Yeah.
all day.
Bye. What song can you recommend me right now? One that's unique in your opinion. What song? I think your list, maybe it will fit the lyrics. It will fit you. I suggest Vienna, the song Vienna by Billy Joel.
I thought coming up, my legs burning. I can't wait till that nice, easy downhill walk back. But as I soon find out, the walk down is even harder. Knees screaming, face crusted with dry blood. I'm looking forward to a warm fire, strong whiskey, and some good country-ass cooking.
I'm gonna eat some walnuts. To keep me awake.
So what do you fancy with those? Seared wine?
They always marinated foods very I keep it simple.
Okay, we'll do that.
The venison is seasoned with salt and pepper and roasted, seared in duck fat, and then into the oven. The pan sauce made from the farm, red wine, and deep game stock, sweetened with currant jelly, and finished with a lovely knob of whole butter. served with clapshot, basically mashed turnips and potatoes.
That's what things really go when you start playing it up. You have the tradition where the Lebanon to the snap and we send them notes before saying I'm watching it, I'm really good.
We deserve this. But literally the greatest feat of strength of my entire life. Never at any time in my entire life have I done anything remotely so physical over a sustained period of time.
Really?
No.
What's wrong with you?
At no point previously in my life would I have been able to do this. Thank you guys.
Good show. Feels like a safer place. A safer place for Andrew. Well, safer now, we're not.
I came to Scotland this time to shoot an animal in the heart. To take part, to be fully culpable in a practice nearly as old as these hills. You walk this country, stalking an animal across the rocks and wet heather, you feel little has changed from how your distant ancestors must have searched for their food, with a rifle, with a spear, with a club. I drag my knuckles up the hill, and like my 8-bike predecessors, return tired, happy, and covered in blood. Everything changes. Nothing changes at all.
Daniela Moreira. Thank you. Inspector Artist. It looks lovely. I am also an artist. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Bat Nudes. Hello from Australia. Hello, Bat Nudes. From Australia. That's so far. Daniela Moreira. So you're also an artist. Inspector Artist, can I get a reference photo, please? I don't have the link here today at this moment, at this point. You can search for this. I just searched for it on Pinterest. You know, the online, what do you call it, website, Pinterest. You can just type Angelina Jolie HD reference and it will come up. Bat Nudes, amazing work. Thank you so much. The lips are so cool. Thank you so much. Bat Nudes, enjoy the drawing process. Thank you. Amari HS, my dad draws pictures like that. He made Baby Yoda, Bob Ross, and Spider-Man. Wow, that's amazing. He makes famous people too. That's great. That's so nice. Isabel Vayalumkal. Good job. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you. Yesterday you feel the wind blowing down your shoulder. Feel like I'm getting older. Still it won't forget your face. Separated by a million miles of ocean. My heart still feels the motion. Even in this lonely place. All photographs and places I remember. It's like the dying ember that burns into my soul. The diamond-studded highways, it's a country lanes and byways, takes us long for home. Separated by a million miles of ocean, my heart still feels the motion. We climb a mountain all alone. Old photographs and places I remember, just like the dying ember that burns into my soul. Even though we walk the diamond-studded highways, it's the country lanes and byways that makes us long for home. Feel like I'm getting older. Still I can't forget your face. Separated by a million miles of ocean, my heart still feels the motion. Even in this lonely place. Old photographs and places I remember, just like the dying ember that burns into my soul. Even though we walk the diamond-studded highways, it's the country lanes and byways that makes us long for home. Even though we walk the diamond-studded highways, started highways. It's the country lanes and byways. It's perfect outside it like from everything you do. Just the way you said hello without you. How I feel because of you, life has changed. Thank you for the love and the joy you bring. Because of you, feel no shame. Still feels the ocean, even in this lonely place. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out driving fences so long. Oh, your heart on. got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you can hurt you somehow. Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy. She'll beat you if she's able.